Multi-vector integration is Kazakhstan's chosen course of development in the program Single Market.
The youngest capital in the world, this status did not hinder Astana from also becoming one of the most popular cities in the world. Kazakhstan's capital is 18 years old, an age which is associated with such notions as maturity and the beginning of a new stage of life. This serious occasion is the theme of our today's episode. Hello, my name is Pavel Koktyshev, and you're watching Single Market. In today's program, pictures from the exhibition, Kazakh, the best from the world of military equipment, a mega project on the territory of the EXPO. And coming right up, the Navigator report.
Здравствуйте, с вами Alexandr Galiyev.
Hello, my name is Alexandr Galiyev, and today the Navigator report is focused on the investment potential of Kazakhstan. 18 years is an age in a person's life when the eyes still sparkle with a bright light and adolescent dreams take on real contours. We're talking about the world's youngest capital, which is today commencing its adult life. But despite its age, Kazakhstan's main city holds a reputable status in the investment world. Over this 18-year period, more than 6 trillion tenge have been invested into the capital. What arguments speak in favor of Astana? The city's high development rate. Only in the last 3 years, the city's population increased by 376,000 people. According to forecasts, by 2020, Astana's population will reach 1.2 million people. Following this trend, the volume of investments into residential construction is also growing. According to the results of last year, investments into the residential sector in Astana amounted to 161,000 tenge per capita. This is 4 times higher than the countrywide average. The GDP growth rate here reached 5%. And in 2015, Astana for the first time became a donor city to the Republican budget. The special economic zone Astana-Janakala plays a special role in the development of the city. 58 investment projects are being realized on its territory. The fastest growing enterprises are concentrated here, including some of the country's newest enterprises. By the way, in the rating of a reputable European journal FDI magazine, the special economic zone in Astana was ranked 20th in the world and first in Central Asia. There are other quite convincing arguments which speak of the investment attractiveness of Astana. EXPO 2017 is one of the global events of the upcoming year. It is already considered to be the trademark of Kazakhstan's capital, and during the conduct of the international exhibition, it is set to become an active dialogue platform for establishing new business contacts.
EXPO 2017 – одно из глобальных событий.
The International Financial Center Astana, an optimal continuation of the solutions developed during the EXPO 2017 exhibition. And this is quite logical. Within the infrastructure of EXPO, a unique financial institute for Central Asia will be established. Its special features: abidance by the principles of English law, a concessional tax regime, and an independent financial court. In addition, on the territory of the center, the English language will be used as the official language and as the language of clerical correspondence. And finally, Astana's investment portfolio will add weight to Astana's prospects of becoming the hub of the northern macro region. Under this status, the city is being positioned as a big, innovative management, transport, and logistics center of the country. And the participation of the country in the global project Silkway Economic Belt gives the capital of Kazakhstan one of the leading roles. And instead of a summary, a question. Will Astana be able to handle this big load of responsibility? I think so. The capital city of Astana is not only young, but also mobile, ambitious, and goal-driven. And all these qualities will always be highly valued. My name is Alexandr Galiyev. Until next time on Single Market.
Навигатора в пространстве Single Market.
Kazakh is one of the most interesting exhibition platforms of Astana in terms of new products and modern technologies. During this international exhibition, leading companies of the world that are engaged in scientific and engineering works, technology transfer, and manufacturing of defense industry products get an opportunity to exhibit their capabilities. That is why Kazakhstan's enterprises get a chance to take a look at others and show off what they're capable of themselves. Oksana Trofimova brings us the report on the most memorable aspects of Kazakh's 2016 exhibition for its participants and guests.
Узнавала Оксана Трофимова.
During the days of the Kazakh exhibition, Kazakhstan's capital became an attraction center for producers and buyers of military and dual-purpose products from different countries of the world. The domestic producers alone, mostly newbies on the market, were represented by 20 companies and more than 40 products and technologies. By the way, experienced and even line-item samples of domestically produced high-technology products looked quite impressive at the background of military products and technologies of already well-established brands of the global market. And there were many of them, more than 300 participants from 45 countries of the world. Information exchange, conclusion of agreements, signing of memoranda. This was the regular schedule of the forum participants. The meetings of Russia's United Aircraft Corporation were held in the format of a business council within the framework of the CSTO. As a result, agreements were reached on a future Kazakhstan-Russia project on the manufacturing of military equipment. This will entail very deep integration of production operations. Production will be partially on the territory of Russia and partially on the territory of Kazakhstan. But the most important and principal aspect here is that we're going to work together during all the stages of development and manufacturing of aviation equipment. For Kazakhstan, this type of cooperation presumes the development of a real sector of the economy through means of high-tech projects, preparation of qualified personnel for the creation of a network of its own machine-building entities. This wheeled armored personnel carrier made in Kazakhstan deservingly attracts the attention of the visitors of the exhibition. The main feature of Arlan is that it is maximally adapted to mine threats. The enterprise opened in Astana less than a year ago, but is already making plans for exports of this impressive equipment. Just 1 year was required for Kazakhstan specialists, together with partners from the South African Republic, to build from scratch a building, assemble the equipment, grasp the know-how, and open an enterprise with a full production cycle. This was not just what is called screwdriver assembly. Here, a sheet of armored steel comes in, and in the end we get ready-made wheeled armored personnel carriers, which are ready to be used for combat tasks right after passing the test at our plant. Today, the product line of armored equipment is represented by 3 types of vehicles: Barış, Nomad, and Arlan. The details of the supplies for the main client of the enterprise, Kazakhstan's Ministry of Defense, for understandable reasons are not disclosed. However, it is known that the joint enterprise, Kazakhstan Paramount Engineers, is actively in the middle of talks with potential clients from abroad, and it must be admitted, this was the success of the management of the enterprise. We have signed a memorandum with the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan on the supply of 50-wheeled carriers Barış with a 6x6 axle configuration. The guests and participants remembered Kazakhstan not just because of its innovative military products. A great range of space technologies were also presented by the enterprise, and the cooperation of Airbus Defense and Space and the national company Kazakhstan Garaj Sapara resulted in the creation of an innovative enterprise, Galam, which translates from Kazakhstan as universe. For the manufacturing of its products, the enterprise uses the method of selective laser melting with 3D models by using the printers of the latest generation. Here we have products for the medical sector. These are implants made out of titanium. Here we have products for perhaps spaceships, for making the panels of the design lighter. According to experts, the obvious advantage of hosting the International Military Forum in Astana is the city's level of tolerance. Today, as a result of political and other collisions, not all the participants, let's say of Russia, the Near East, of the near and far abroad, can meet in a business professional and comfortable, and I would say closer environment. At times, a presentation at an exhibition is just a step away from a debut on an international market, and according to the results of the exhibition, Kazakhstan's companies, in tandem with foreign partners, are passing the stage with great success. A lot of IT products which are used for peaceful purposes in our daily lives were created by military engineers for the defensive needs of their countries, and possibly in the future, technologies that were presented at KADEX and which a lot of the boys are dreaming to try out will reach us, regular citizens, and will make our lives even easier. Oksana Trofimova, Askar Aitkenov, exclusively for Single Markets. EXPO 2017 is not just a global exhibition that will be held in Astana next year under the theme Future Energy. For us, citizens of Kazakhstan, EXPO is also a nationwide project with an official title, City of the Future, because everything here will be our own and special: the territory, the infrastructure, architecture, and the built objects. Our correspondent visited one of such objects, the presentation of which will be held in just a couple of months on the eve of the Independence Day, and now brings us the story. The International Exhibition Complex EXPO. For the country's construction sector, today this is the most symbolic platform. The attention of the entire country is focused on it. And in a year, the exhibition complex will become a spot for the pilgrimage of people from all across the world. According to preliminary forecasts, 100 countries will be represented in its pavilions, and up to 5 million people will arrive as visitors. Thus, it is only logical. Every object here must be unique. This is exactly the point of view from which the construction project of the Mega Silkway Trade and Entertainment Center is being developed and realized by Kazakhstan's Astana Group Holding. Today, this is the most wide-scale developer project in Central Asia. Its title speaks of its main concept, which reflects on one hand the principles of a famous Kazakhstani brand, and on the other, the idea of the Silk Way. By the way, this idea was suggested by the president of the country, Nursultan Nazarbayev. The head of the state expressed something very specific. Kazakhstan itself is an oasis along the Silk Way. Kazakhstan is the new page in the history of development of the Silk Way. That is why the name must be proven out. The new Silk Way, future energy, contemporary Kazakhstan. Two approaches which are important for the entire world civilizations were defined in this multidimensional concept: identity and authenticity. Today, as before, the Silk Way is a multitude of countries that are connected through their economies, trade, culture, and technologies. This is expressed in the international team which is taking part in the project: the general contractor, the Russian company Renaissance Construction, the chief architect, a British company, Chapman Taylor.
It's not an individual building, it's part of a large master plan. And in particular, the EXPO 2017.
Its adherence to EXPO is expressed in the idea of the project, future energy. In its construction, international BREEAM standards of sustainable property development were taken into account. By the way, this project has already received the title of a green building trendsetter. And the level of eco-efficiency was reached here through the use of appropriate materials and resource-saving technologies. We're very careful in our use of water. There's a lot of natural daylight. In order to save energy, or the lighting uses LED systems. In the parking lot, we're planning to set up lamps that will be charged with solar energy. The project is impressive not just in terms of the global conceptual format, but also because of its size. The total area of the center is 150,000 square meters. It could fit 20 FIFA standard football fields. Out of the total area, 106,000 are allocated for the recreational zone. The building itself occupies an area of 140,000 square meters. The use of 3 levels made the design of such a massive surface area possible, and in this huge space, the guests can expect more than just a shopping mall.
It was all about journey. It's going from one point to the EXPO. So the journey was something we had to emphasize. So if we built a shopping center in another place, we would be thinking about just shopping center. But here, we had to make it slightly different as part of the master plan.
In this respect, this center plays the role of the entrance gates, from which adventures into the world of EXPO begin. The guests walk along the symbolic Silk Way, getting a dose of new impressions, combining business with pleasure.
We wanted an oasis at the end of the journey. So we come from far, we enter the building, we take a winding route going from one place to another. And then we end up in this oasis full of green, water, and we relax.
The microclimate of the oasis will include fountains, live birds, aquariums, and a dolphinarium with sea animals and a lot of green areas. Art objects will fit right in harmony with these sights of nature. Some of them are exclusive, others uniquely designed. Everything in this building was designed with keeping functionality in mind. The so-called City Square, which is located in the eastern part of the building, depending on the season, can be transformed. In the summertime, exhibitions and fairs will be organized here. In the wintertime, ice skating. On the second floor, a children's amusement park, Happylon, will be built, where for the first time in Central Asia, a new global trend in entertainment will be presented.
Новый тренд. Он называется edutainment. Это совмещение.
This new trend is called edutainment. This is a combination of entertainment and education. In this respect, we'll have something completely new. Professions will become part of the Hapilon project, and we'll have 9 stations and around 40 types of different jobs and professions to try out.
Работ, профессий.
The investment portfolio of the Mega Silkway project is 71 billion tenge. Out of this amount, 20 billion were invested by the holding itself, and 51 billion came from loans given out by the state in 2 installments. This center will open its doors on December 15th, on the eve of the 25-year anniversary of the country's independence. So we have to wait just a little bit more. All those who are working on this project today are confident that the residents of Astana and its guests will experience a true oasis, a modern manifestation of the Silkway, a comfortable atmosphere where each person will feel themselves as part of this big and bright space. Alexandr Galiyev, Chernov, Astana, exclusively for Single Market. That's all for today. My name is Pavel Koktyshev. Kind reminder, all the episodes of our program are available on www.Kazakh TV-eng. Until next time on Single Market, a territory without borders.